Hi, my name's Jen. Welcome to my channel, All My Plants. Today I'm repotting this. Time has gotten away from me once again. This is, I think, the only plant chore I will have done again for 2 days in a row, which is rare. No, I did water some poles, like kind of topped them up. Some moss poles. But other than that, this will be the last thing I do today, because it's already, I did charge my watch last night, 6:30. I was working on putting up some drywall on a ceiling with my husband earlier, and my arms are like spaghetti. So this is Fairchild crystallinum crossed with some stuff I can't remember. I might have to look it up. It's pretty, whatever it is. Fairchild crystallinum. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up. Because for some reason I decided that I didn't need to put a tag in there. It is Anthurium, Fairchild crystallinum, crossed with Zara, crossed with Michelle, is what it says. So, it's lovely. And how about we make it a tag before I forget? Because I'm the worst. My back is killing me. I'm just not strong enough to hold a sheet of drywall over my head anymore. What did I say it is? Anthurium. What's that? FTG crystallinum. X Zara. X Michelle. Okay, so that's lovely. This newest leaf, it feels pretty well hardened off. I mean, the color's still a little meh, different than, you know, the next oldest leaf. It's pretty though. Look how lovely. Hopefully it focused. I'm letting this dry entirely too much. I've already watered it twice since it's been here. It hasn't been here that long. But 2 of the oldest leaves are yellowing, and they were perfect when they got here. I can see plenty of roots in there. Maybe the glare is not too bad and you can kind of see what's going on in there. Yeah. So, and it's in no drainage, which I'm kind of always uncomfortable with things in soil that are in no drainage. But I do see that she's got a layer of leca there at the bottom, and wow, there's definitely some water sitting in the bottom of that. I don't love Anthurium roots just kind of sitting in water. It's just me. I don't know. I might make it angry by putting it into something with drainage. That seems really big. I would like to have like a 4-inch pot that's deep, but I don't think I do. Do. No, I do not. Boo. I don't know. I really want to get it out of here. Like, there's tons of roots in here, but is it enough for a pot this big? I don't really think so. This is just a 6-inch pot, but you know, this is a 3-inch cup. So, I could put it in leca, but it has been in soil. Well, I guess I don't know, this soil, it looks like soil pond, leca perlite, I don't know. I see some coconut husk or whatever that is there. I don't know. What do I do? I don't want to unalive it. I've got some terracotta, but I cannot tell you how much I do not love to plant things in terracotta. This is 5-inch, but it's a shorty. What do I do? I mean, this still looks more reasonable than this, but terracotta. You know what? I had it's kind of like ceramic, this one. I think it's the same pot and I just sealed it. Yeah, it's the same pot. I just painted it and sealed it because I like that color. It's like a dragon glaze, I think they call it, color shift. Okay, we'll do that. With its handy little saucer. Some of the glaze cracked with its bug, but yeah, it cracked. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I guess you can kind of see. As time went on, I did that 3 or 4 years ago. So I suppose that's what we'll try to do. Sorry if my chin is rubbing this shirt. Yeah. Sorry if my chin is rubbing the microphone, or if I sound like I'm eating it. It is up under my chin pretty far. My shirt is definitely too small. It's meant for a woman significantly smaller than me, I think. Actually, I think it's a men's small, so maybe it's meant for a man significantly smaller than me. I'm gonna move this out of the way before I burn something down. Okay, soil bin. What did I do with that? Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm always afraid of messing with the Anthurium. Even the crystallinum. Wow, there's a gnat. A fungus gnat. I'm always afraid of messing with the Anthurium. Like, I don't want to make it mad at me. Oop. Yeah. Lots of leca down there at the bottom. And it smells extra earthy. I'm into it. I'm really wondering if I shouldn't just pot it into leca. I don't know. I think the only Anthurium I have ever had in leca, for that matter, is the Radicans luxurians that I just recently put in there. And it looks fine. It's doing fine. From soil straight to leca. Do I do that? Do I put this into leca? I think I might. I'm having second thoughts about putting it into ceramic. Dang. Decisions, decisions. This is actually pretty chunky, whatever she's had it in. It's very rocky soil, I'll put it that way. But the roots look great. They look great. No rot or anything like that anywhere that I see. I think this is tree fern. I think I had said soil, but it looks fibrous. Like, look at my dirty fingers. But yeah, it might be tree fern or something like that. This is such a pretty plant. I hope I don't upset it too badly by repotting it. Like I said, I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos, but I've definitely mentioned before that I am traumatized by Anthuriums. So I'm always like, I'm gonna ruin it. Even though I'm not entirely sure that, some of them I'm sure I contributed to their downfall. Others, I don't know, I just had a bad time of it right from the first day I got it, basically. So, I don't know. I don't know. It's anybody's guess what happens sometimes with plants. I think it's kind of easy to be intimidated. Like, you can have a bad experience. It doesn't matter whether it's a philodendron or a succulent or whatever. Have a bad experience and then you're just intimidated by them forever. And that's kind of where I've been at recently with Anthurium. Look, that has grown right through, straight through this piece of coconut husk. I hate to break it, but we broke it. I'm also going to take off this lowest little leaf that was already yellowing. That little guy. Wee feller. There's another one that is too. There's a couple. But I think I'm going to pot it a bit more deeply than it was. So I'm not really trying to bury them. I think they'll be okay. I think they'll still sit up high enough that they'll be alright. Alright, I'm going to go rinse this off. Here's the roots though. They look pretty good. All that dark stuff is just substrate stuck on there, so I'll be right back. That actually came off there pretty easily, and I'm left with fairly clean roots. They're kind of pinkish, pink and green and white. So pretty. You know, I maybe should have looked before I went and stripped them completely to make sure I had enough leca to actually repot this. Might shoulda, but I didn't. I think I do. Depending what pot I use. I don't even know what pots I have. Let me go look again. Okay, I've got this one here. But these pots, for whatever reason, aren't great at wicking moisture up into leca. So I have a wick. I wonder if I have enough pond to go down in those holes. Because I'm thinking if the pond makes contact with the moisture fully, maybe it'll help wick moisture up to come in contact with the leca. I don't know. What do I do? Oh, and I don't have that much leca left either. Alright, I have a little bit more over there. Maybe I can swipe that. There's nothing wrong with it, I just haven't cleaned it yet. Boiled it, I mean. But what came out of it was a Monstera albo that was supposed to be albo, but there was nothing wrong with it, it was just reverted. So that's why I pulled it out of there. Like, there's no pesties or rooted rots, rotted roots in there. I guess I'll try the... Gosh, should I just go ahead and suck it up and put a wick in it? I think that might be the best way to go about that, because I'm just too worried that the leca won't wick it up enough on its own alone. So I'm just going to put a wick in there if I can get it through these holes. This pot really isn't meant for a wick, but I will feel better about having put one in here. So that's what I'm doing. Maybe if I can get it through there. My wick's all frazzled and the holes are teeny tiny, so it's like threading a needle. I'm also not great at that. Okay, we have a wick, which will hopefully be helpful if I leave enough wick down there to hang into the water. Okay, I've just got the wick kind of setting up on top of the high point in the bottom of the pot. I don't know. There's corn and everything else in there. Alright, let me go see if I can't find that other leca. Oh, where'd the wick go? Daggone it. There it is. Okay. Just making sure it's not flat on the bottom. I don't know if it matters, but I don't want it there, so... you know, this could have just gone into a regular pot. I think I might have just made this harder than I had to. It actually has a fair amount of roots. The rest of that leca I was talking about, I just threw it in this cover pot for whatever reason. Oh cool, this plant can go right in there, it looks like. It might sit a little high, it's fine. It's fine. Even for these kind of pots, I like to have a cover pot. I think I might have said before, I don't think roots necessarily love being exposed to the light all the time. I don't know. But I like the clear pot because then I can spy on the roots. So, cover pot. Some of these roots are wanting to stick straight up. I'm trying to peek around the leaves. And they're all getting stuck on that leaf. All the lecas. Like, really? Come on now. Nothing's ever as easy as you think it's going to be. A dried petiole or something. And it really looks like I've only had just enough leca to do this. I'm out of everything. Leca, pond. I still have potting soil. Some. I don't have ever much of that left. I am so tired. I'm exhausted. I'm not built for construction anymore. It really is the holding my arms over my head that did me in, I think. It was only a couple pieces of drywall that we had left to hang on the ceiling, and it was all I could do to hold it up there while he screwed it in there. So, I'm glad that's done. I don't think... No, that was it. That was the last of the drywall. I'm pretty excited about that. The last thing I have to do on the ceiling is I'll have to, paint the ceiling when we're done finishing the drywall. The seams and the screw holes, screw heads, those. I guess that's alright. It's actually holding itself up better than I expected. I'm going to be able to spy on the roots. What do you think? Is this a terrible idea to put this into leca? Somebody better tell me. Somebody better tell me if this is a bad plan. I think it's going to be alright. I don't know. I guess we'll see. If it starts declining, then we'll swoop in and intervene, hopefully before there's a terrible, terrible problem. That's the hope anyway. I think it'll be fine. I don't know though, like I said, I only have, and I just recently put it in there, but if you missed it, I'll show you. This one in here, and it's the Radican's Luxuriance cross. And when I first put it in here, it had a different growing point. That died. This is a new one. So, and it hasn't been that long, but it seems like it's okay. That leaf already had some damage on it. Greenhouse damage, it's a thing. So yeah, I've got it down in here so low, I don't know if you can tell, but it, like this leaf under here, the oldest one, is kind of sitting right down on top of the leca. But I want it to make contact with some of the leca, with some of the higher adventitious roots, aerial roots, root roots, because that's what they'll be in a minute, so that they can grow. So, I don't know. This is very pretty though. Very pretty. I hope I make it happy and not sad. So yeah, it's done in the cabinet now, because it really won't. I guess it could fit if it had to, but I'm not going to put it back in there. We're just going to hope for the best as far as the humidity goes. It's about 60%. It's 58% in here right now. And 25 degrees exactly Celsius, so that's 77 Fahrenheit. I haven't had any heat on today. I think it got up to 60 outside. So no heat on today. But it's the lights in here, I think, that keep it so warm, despite the fact that it's winter. My last little handful of leca. Surely I can just fit it in here somewhere, right? Surely. Oh, that'll do. And then I'll put some, I am going to fertilize this lightly, but I am going to fertilize it, and then, you know, the next time I need to top it up, I'll go back to regular strength, because I always top up with even more fertilizer. I'm going to burn everything to death with nutrients. But yeah, that's going to do it for me today. Just a quickie, because like I said, I'm just exhausted and I didn't have any time to film earlier. So I think tomorrow, because my husband goes back to work, which means he can't put me to work, I'm going to try to record another more talking, less doing video. I think I'm going to go through and just the plants that I really, really enjoyed growing this year. I want to show them to you. It's just kind of the same as favorites, but it's probably going to be a lot more of them than I would normally have in a favorites video. I don't know. I'll walk around tomorrow morning and see, and then by tomorrow afternoon I'll be recording it, so we'll see. But yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.